Okay, now it's a matter of showing you all your external fittings on the outside. So first things first, undoing all 4 roof clips from each corner, one of those on each corner. So it's just a matter of unhooking them like so. They are a tension clip, so over time there will be a bit of wear and tear on the roof, so it's just a matter of tightening them up as you go. Final roof clip now, and always make sure all 4 roof clips are undone before winding the roof up. Your 2 fridge vents for your gas, electric as well as your 12 volt, so try not to cover them up when you come to your campsite, just so it can ventilate and breathe. The next step, what you've got underneath is your sullage hose connection. Runs from your sink down to the sullage, and as an outlet, plug your sullage on there and then run the hose away into your sullage pit. Your power inlet, it's a 15 amp lead, so it's a larger prong on the bottom than your standard 10 amp connection. So all you're doing, plugging your 15 amp lead in, and that's what's going to run all your 240 appliances on board. Power point, fridge, as well as microwave. It's a 240 as well as a 12 volt system, so the battery that's on board is running all your 12 volt on the inside, and obviously the 240 power running all the 240 system on the inside as well. Down here we've got the water filler. In order to open that up you'll need the key. And turn it like so. All you need to do is find the small hole in through the centre there with the connection off the end of the hose and feed it right down into the hole like so. When the tank's full, it's got to breathe up the top there. It'll purge water out, showing that the tank is full. Once the tank's full, what you're doing is just taking your hose out, putting your lid back on, and making sure that's locked over for while you're travelling. Your mains pressure water from here. Start doing the cap there and screwing your gardenia connection on here like so. And your hose snaps onto there and away you go for mains pressure. Tyre pressure of the van is between 35 and 40 psi, which is factory standard. Next you've got a 12 volt connection for any 12 volt appliances you might want to run when you have the Fiamma set up. Plug in from underneath. So it's just a matter of what kind of appliance you want to run on the outside for 12 volt. Up from there you've got a 240 connection as well. So plugs in from here, any 240 appliances, again while the Fiamma's set up. The power selector inside the boot here, at the moment it's in off position. In off position while it's in storage, just so you're not running any battery power down inside the van. Up to the side here, you've got car battery. In case of emergencies, when you haven't got van battery power, you can also draw auxiliary power from the car. The next step around is to both. Both will draw from 240 as well as your 12 volt power, which is your battery on board. It's a 240 as well as 12 volt system, so when you're in campsites, you'll have it on both. When you're in isolated areas, you'll also run it on both as well. Next one around is van battery. The van battery will only operate off the battery on board, okay? It's pretty much not applicable. To save the headaches, I would just leave it on both, which will operate 12 volt as well as 240, and if you're in isolated areas, it'll just operate off 12 volt power by itself. Okay, for your bed flies, if you have them on the van, we're not going to set them up today, but when you've got the van down like it is now, it'd be best to pull those out, undo from the zippers, let it hang down, and as you wind the van up and set the bed up, what you're doing is draping it over the contour of the bed, putting 2 poles on either end, and then putting your tie downs in. Next thing, just turn the gas bottle on.